So it looks like the game got everybody talking over the project that he had dropped with DJ Drama for Gangsta Grills. This album has 4 tracks that everybody is saying that the game had dissed Kendrick on. And from what I'm hearing, I think it's true. I think he dissed Kendrick. I think he took shots at Drake also. And we're going to get down to the lyrics and see exactly what it is that he had said. Now, going based on the project in order, the first one that we're going to talk about is Chrome Hearts. That's the first track that you listen to where you hear the shots get taken in the first place. I don't turn down smoke. I don't turn up people's albums. First guys were scared of my brother, so I started pulling up without him. Los Angeles King, give me a rooftop, I'll shout it. And the man you thought was king ain't going to do nothing about it. And this is directly at Kendrick. Kendrick coins himself king. Obviously, the man has gotten the full support of the West Coast. He said it in Control, king in the West, king of the coast, both hands, I juggle them both. He received the torch from Snoop Dogg and many others. The game was there too. The game was there. And now he's talking like this, which is crazy because he was somebody who added a few words when Kendrick got passed the torch. So we know that he's talking about Kendrick. He was there when they first announced it. And I don't know why he has to start some problems like this, bro. But what's crazy is that he's saying that he's king. Why go against the grain? It's kind of what I'm feeling. I know the game represents the West just like Kendrick does. But it's always one thing to call yourself king. But when the public agrees with it, or when they're the ones that announce you, or when your peers or your OGs announce you, the person to run it, the person that is the one that's in favor, the artist that everyone agrees on, when we say this is the guy that is running things, this is the guy that we are putting on the forefront, and that is Kendrick Lamar. The game could say what he wants, but it's not what everybody's going to agree with. The next song where he decided to take shots was in America's Nightmare. Right here, I believe he actually took shots at Drake and Kendrick at the same time. He says, chrome bins, chrome rims, riding around with this Drake, no friends, no spins, F the radio, F the clubs, F the Fashion Nova fit, F all the cap and fake love, F the dap and fake hugs, F these ops and fake thugs, fake followers, fake streams, fake buzz, fake beefs on podcasts, fake Crips and fake Bloods, fake chains, all you do is rap and take drugs. Now, what I just read right now, I think this is in regards to Drake, what he talks about radio play, the clubs, not receiving it. Fashion Nova, I don't think Kendrick rocks Fashion Nova, but he says Drake, and Drake has a song called No Friends, no new friends specifically. But obviously, this is to mention Drake after mentioning the radio, after mentioning all of this. He says fake followers, fake streams, fake buzz, fake beefs on podcasts, which the only person that I know who's beefing with a podcast is Joe Budden. Does the game know that some of the beefs in regards to these podcasts are fake? Or is he calling out other podcasts that do fake beefs? Y'all can let me know. But I know that we were just talking about flowers, right? With P. Diddy sending 50 Cent flowers. Drake had sent Joe Budden flowers at one point in time also. But there's been rumors that Drake was going to sit down with Joe Budden. We'll keep it alleged. But y'all can tell me how you feel about this. But for sure, he definitely mentioned the Drake. There is a Drake bar. But when he talks about fake streams and fake views, he could be referencing the situation with the beef involving Drake and Kendrick, the accusations of botting, farming, payola, and all that stuff, right? The next part of the song, he says, what's a Grammy to a man like me spinning jets? And what's internet to a man who grew up without the internet? But I will log you off if you keep sending threats, put 12 dots on you and park you like that guy in GNX. I just think it's crazy how people always bring up the Grammys. With Kendrick Lamar, the game is bringing up the Grammys. Drake with the beef with Kendrick, he brought up the Grammys. Everybody always brings up the Grammys. I feel like a lot of people are bothered by the success that Kendrick has with the Grammy nominations, with the Grammy Awards, but at certain points, it's like it's just an award, right? That's what they say at the same time. So why do they always make it a big deal? Why do they always have to act like they're not bothered? When someone says, I don't care about that, it makes you feel like you do care about that because you're bringing it up in the first place. If you didn't care, you wouldn't bring it up at all. So I feel like this is the game trying to act unbothered about the situation, about not getting the credit. Again, him getting upset about not getting the credit is starting to be a repetitive thought listening to these songs. But then again, we get to the next song, which is exactly what we're talking about. He has a song called Left Out. And in this song, he's very aggressive. Like, if I could explain it to you, he's like upset. He's like very upset. And the chorus is explaining that they don't feel left out, that he don't feel left out. He don't feel left out. He don't feel left out. And he says, F your album. We don't want to hear it. I'm speaking in tongues. I got the spirit. Again, disrespecting an album that recently came out from the West Coast, which is GNX. Obvious tell sign that he is going at Kendrick. He says, F the man you said win. F both of you guys. Now nobody wins. You follow trends. I'm going with the win. I don't want to hang with you guys. My arms in the rim. And what's a Vince Carter to Kobe? Even after I die, you can't hold me. Stop calling me bro. We ain't homies. And if you live on the coast, you owe me. For all the things I showed you, you're not Tyrese, you Jody. All that snapping around must be the veggies. I'm the only one whipping legends. And this is exactly what I'm talking about, bro. He takes shots at Kendrick and Drake right here. He said, F the guy that you said wins. He said, F both of y'all. Now nobody wins, which is clearly talking about both of them right before saying F, G, and X. You follow trends. I'm going with the win. And I think right here, this bottom half is for Kendrick and Drake also. He says, and what's a Vince Carter to a Kobe? Vince Carter, as you know, played for the Raptors. Drake was there for his ceremony for when he retired. Kobe being from LA, playing for the Lakers. The game comparing himself to Kobe and talking about Drake as if he's Vince Carter. At least that's what I'm thinking in my mind, right? Because why else would you bring somebody who played for the Toronto Raptors? Even after I die, you can't hold me. Stop calling me bro. We ain't homies. And then you think about the times, right? When the Game and Drake had did songs together also. Because not only did Kendrick and Game do songs, but Drake and the Game have done songs together. And he took him to Compton. He took him in his hood to record the videos. So he could be talking about both of these guys right here at the same time again. And if you live on the coast, you owe me, which in that point, he's talking about Kendrick. And then he says, you're not Tyrese, you're Jody, which is Baby Boy. Baby Boy is a West Coast movie. So this is a shot at Kendrick directly, comparing him to Jody instead of the real person that plays the part, Tyrese. And then, of course, he says, all that snooping around must be the veggies. This could be a reference to Squabble Up when Kendrick is saying, woke up looking for the broccoli, high key. So it could be that. It could be veggies, broccoli, Squabble Up. I'll let y'all guess that one. I'll let y'all decide on that one. But I think for sure he was taking shots at Drake and Kendrick here at the same time. The next song is So Contagious. And this one, he actually takes shots at SZA also and the rest of New York City while he was at it. In response back to Kendrick Lamar's control verse. They talk that talk whenever blood walking. Tell them to shut their effing mouth whenever blood talking. Leave them in a pool of blood. Tell them to put them in a blood coffin. Switches get clips. People get hit. Bitches get hit. Tough guys tucked down. Leaning like scissors and shit. Choppers on tour and they singing like SZA and shit. I'm the king of New York, meaning that y'all are local. I'm the king of LA, walking around this shit like Goku in an orange jumpsuit if that's the shit I gotta go through. Now, this, I think, is a response to Kendrick calling himself the king of the West again, king of New York, king of LA. This is what he did in Control. I think the Game is trying to call out New York at the same time while he's trying to take the LA spot from Kendrick Lamar, which I don't think that he can do it, bro. You got to do more than just say that you are. You have to prove it and get others to believe that you are. And then he says he can't let bygones be bygones because these guys think that they die line, which is a classic skit from Dave Chappelle when he says, what are your top five? And he says, Dylon, Dylon, Dylon. So as long as other people from LA or New York think that they are the best, he has competition with y'all. He has a problem with y'all. It's up for everybody, for Kendrick, for Drake, for LA, for other people that think that they're better than him in LA, for other people that think they are better in New York. This is what he's thinking. This is what he's saying. And to be honest, the Game could say whatever he wants. But again, if you're trying to claim that you're the people's champ, the people have to agree with that, you know, and it's not that you should care about what the people think. But when you're trying to self-proclaim something, that's the problem. It's just self-proclaiming. It's not really something that is true. It's just something that you think is true. But if the Game is talking like this, I could only imagine what he's going to say when the album is finally done, when he drops the documentary 3. I know this is more so like the title says, every movie needs a trailer. So I'm assuming that this is just a trailer for the movie of the documentary 3 when the actual album comes out. But I know that he's trying to get people to anticipate something when he drops an album. I wonder if he's going to continue to take shots on the documentary 3. It's crazy because Kendrick was on the documentary 2, and I think Drake was on the documentary 2 also. Absol, and I think J-Rock also. It's crazy how things have changed. It's crazy the times that we're living in. But y'all could tell me how you feel about this in the comments. Y'all could tell me how you feel about this album, this project. What do you think about the songs? Listening to them? Are you listening to this project? What do you think about it? What do you think about the documentary 3 when it comes out? Who do you think these lyrics are about? Who do you think they are for? Y'all tell me at the bottom and let me know, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video, man. Peace. Keep it a legend.